Mary J Blige is showing us real love at 50.
But what's the 411 on Tyrese?
Ooh, I don't know, but Salt and Pepper, they have a biopic coming out, and word on the street is some things had to be off limits.
So does that mean they're not going to talk about sex? Because that would be pushing it.
Yes, it would. And the fun foodie mama and beauty expert, Miss Liz Everett, all of this and so much more on the next Mocha in the Morning, where we're adding a little flavor to your morning blend. Good morning, everybody. This is Keisha Boyd, your host of Mocha in the Morning, where we're adding a little flavor to your morning blend. I am so excited to see you for another beautiful Friday morning, but I couldn't do it by myself. So, of course, I need to welcome my amazing co-host, my café con leche, Mr. Jorge. Yes.
Good morning, Mrs. Happy Founders Day, Boyd.
Listen, Founders Day was Wednesday, but I have to keep it going through the week, because you see my drip. Okay, all right. But I would be remiss if I didn't say Happy Founders Day to the ladies of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated as well, because today is Founders
Day. So how'd you make it through this week? Because it's very rare that when you have dinner and you're still a bit hungry and you go for seconds, it's kind of like this administration. They love going for seconds.
They just can't get enough. Just a buffet of bad bull. Just oh my God. I'm just like, what in the hell? Listen, this has been unbelievable. We are how many days away from inauguration? Not even a week.
Too many. We are too many days. We were too many years before inauguration. We need to speed it up.
We need to speed it up, exit out, cross it out, throw it away, something. Just come on. It's like the 2020. We were ready to get rid of it. When 2021 came, we're like, yes, God, please come on, January 20.
I'm about ready to call an exorcist. I'm like, can we do we need a Pope up in there? Do we need
I need a little spoon in the cup, something. Listen, it's a whole bunch going on, but there are better days ahead of us.
Yes, there are.
I believe that we can't go nowhere but up, right? We already at the rock bottom. Where else can we go but up? Right? Like for real. Oh, honey. But listen, we have a lot to talk about, of course, but
first, coffee. We need a double dose.
For Tampa, the Portico.
Mocha in the Morning is brought to you in part by the Portico Cafe, where conversation, connection, and community create change.
All right, welcome back. I am Keisha Boyd, your host of Mocha in the Morning. And of course, I am joined by my co-host, officially Jorge, and he has all of this week's steamers. What you got for us, babe?
Buenos dias, everyone. All right, so here are the steamers for the week. Come on, Vogue. Come on, Kamala. Yay! The vice president-elect is on the cover of a Vogue magazine. Now, this is a tea. Some people are just kind of like, they're like, I can't believe they did that to her, blah, 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 blah. they don't like the cover. Now, the thing is, look, I've seen the cover. I voted for Kamala Harris. And I think the cover is so on brand. I think what people don't realize is, number one, like, it's kind of like when a new artist comes out and they don't have that like fashion budget just yet, and then they get a couple of hits and then the budget gets bigger. You know, I don't think we should be looking to Kamala Harris to be like the glamazon of America. That's Michelle Obama. But I think the cover was so on brand. Trust me, she had every say-so instead of her team and what this cover was supposed to look like. And I think it's on brand. We're in a pandemic. Like, she ain't trying to like show up to the White House looking like Cirque du Soleil makeup. You know what I mean? Like, she's going to work. And I think that she needs to put out there. Like, I don't need her wearing theatrical drag queen makeup in the White House. I just don't.
Listen, that is all fine and dandy. And all throughout this campaign, yes, she has been in her chucks, you know. This cover, that is not it. I'm sorry. Now, the one that she's in her, I think like a tealish green suit or something like that. I don't know what color the suit is. That looks presidential. That looks like a vice president. That looks like a Vogue cover. The other one looked like they were at a party outside in the backyard and somebody put some drapes in the back and they snapped a picture. Like, I could take that from my cell phone.
But I think that's where we're at though in America today. And I think there's an undertone message.
If you think that they were justified in printing that cover that the people are saying her team did not agree to, that they will have another one online floating.
Well, there's probably a variety of covers, and they do this like all the time. I just think that, you know, I don't know. I think it's pretty much on brand for her. I think in the future, we might get a more glamorized version of.
But even the second cover wasn't that glamorous, but it looked a lot better and polished. Hell, Lisa.
I'm just saying, let Kamala be Kamala.
It's Kamala.
Kamala. And
what else you got?
Anyway, so I want to know what everyone else thinks, because I really think it's on brand. So obviously you're not having it. All right, so listen to this. So big time promotions are happening at CNN. Their scheduling's getting all switched around. And a lot of times this does kind of happen every time there's a switch up in administration.
Yeah.
But the one who I was super, super happy about was Miss Abby Phillips. Hey girl, hey. I love her. And
amazing.
So now she's going to be anchoring Inside Politics on the weekend. And like any kind of anchor spot, I mean, you know, you're on the come up when you get that.
She's 31 years old.
You know?
31.
She's earned it.
She's only 31 years old.
Yeah.
She's young and doing amazing work already. So congratulations to all the Black Girl Magic. Come on.
Well, and amazing work to all the journalists out there who have been just, you know, on the day-to-day beat of everything that's happening. I mean, but congratulations to her. She is a Mocha marvel.
Yes.
And here are some more steamers. All right. So Mary J. Blige has turned 50.
Listen,
right,
honey.
50, banging body. It's like everything. But there are some people who are a little touchy-feely grabby.
Ooh.
And for instance, Tyrese went down on her thigh and without permission. And apparently she's not very happy about that. Like, he didn't get an invitation.
Not to be rubbing on her thighs with his married self.
Yeah, like what's that about? Is it like a man thing? Like, I don't know, you just touch
people? It's not a man thing.
Like,
it might have been an alcohol thing. It may have been, okay, I think we cool, I'm gonna try it situation, but no, sir. You are not invited to ride and go down on that train or that thigh until you are at least free and clear.
And you know, like, you know where Mary J. Blige came from, and she is not about that business.
At all. But she is, look, there's no excuse. But honey, Mary J. Blige is fine. Do you hear me?
Yeah,
just fine.
Oh, speaking of woo, oh my God, so like another biopic, which I can't wait to see because I really don't know what to expect. But so N Pepa's here. So. On January 23rd, the biopic comes out. Salt and Pepper. You know, there's word on the street that you know, there were some things because I believe it's Salt. You know, she's born again Christian, and so they've had to kind of edit, you know, throughout the career, some of the things that, you know, some of the lyrics, some of the dance movements, but not enough to be collecting checks though, because, you know, if they do too much, people are going to stop going to shows. But, you know, they had a residency in Vegas, and now they're, you know, now they're making their like movie premiere. What do you think about
that? Well, based on the trailer and the cover, I mean, you know, I love me some Salt and Pepper now. I'm gonna tell you that. Now I don't know if Salt and Pepper is ready for the biopic situation. I'm interested. I'll tell you this. I'll be watching just so I can talk about the show. Like I hope that it's well. I hope it's great. I hope that it does well for them. And yeah, that's about all I can say. I hope they put a little salt and pepper on the production and the season that thing on up, because it's gonna need.
I know. So
is Cinderella gonna be included too?
So, oh yeah, what about some Cinderella? I mean, you know, she was like doing the thing.
Some drama before, so
I mean, she would get some bars too every now and then on the track.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
I mean, there's no salt and pepper without Cinderella. So they have to include her some kind of way.
Yeah, I'm sure. So we'll see what happens with that. Anyways, later on in the show, we have Liz Everett coming back, our fashion and beauty expert, and the fun foodie mama talks Black business in the year 2020.
Absolutely. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with Piping Hot on Mocha in the Morning, where we're adding a little flavor to your morning blend. We'll be right back.
Salt and Pepper's here.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by the Klingman Group.
All right, welcome back to Mocha in the Morning, where we're adding a little flavor to your morning blend. I'm your host, once again, Miss Keisha Boyd, and it's that time of the show for Piping Hot. And of course, I never do it by myself because I have my sister girls with me, my Mocha Marvels. Let me introduce Miss Kia Shakur.
What's up, guys? Happy Friday! Woo!
All right, Miss Kenya Woodard.
Good morning. Happy Friday. We made it to the end of the week. Yeah, it's been a crazy time. I'm just glad it's Friday and we made it.
And Dr. Jen Dobson.
Hi, good morning. Happy to be here with everything that's going on. You know, we're very blessed.
All right, well, listen, before we even jump into our hot topics, I have the hottest news ever. Look, it's like been 2 weeks of wonderful news for Mocha in the Morning. So our very own Miss Kia Shakur, she has something baking in the oven. I think it's cinnamon rolls. Cinnamon rolls, Kia? What you got? Oh my God. Woo! Kia, talk.
Oh, I'm sorry, you guys can't tell, but yes, I'm pregnant. I am 6 months pregnant. Woo! Yes, I am 6 months pregnant with my twins, a boy and a girl that will be here somewhere around into March, April, whenever they pretty much decide to walk on out of my vagina, they'll be here. And everybody's very excited. Yay, yes, it's awesome. Yay. So, yeah, I'm excited about it. It's definitely been a long time in the works. This wasn't a COVID baby because me and my husband were born. This is a planned pregnancy. So we're very excited.
Yes, come on, God. We got not one, but two babies.
Okay, those babies.
Listen.
Those babies.
Yes, a boy and a girl. So look, God bless you. We wish you the very best on your throughout the rest of the pregnancy for a safe and healthy delivery for both you and those babies. So one time for the Shakur twins. All right.
Hey.
Come on, 2021. Come on, marriage and babies. All right. Listen, let's jump right into the hot topics, popping hot topics that we're going to talk about. And we'll just go ahead and just get this thing moving and talking about this stuff with the Capitol and charges and all the fallout with this Capitol insurrection. I mean, this is something that is just unbelievable to even say that we're witnessing in 2021. Kia, like what is going on with this? Like, are these people, these people think that they wouldn't get reprimanded or punished for the things that they were doing at the Capitol?
No, they didn't. They did not think they were going to get in trouble. And there's a lot of repercussions and consequences that are, it's literally a snowball effect. Yes, they stormed the Capitol. And from what they look like, a lot of people posting those pictures on social media didn't think anybody was going to say anything about what they did, but CEOs have been let go from their companies by their boards. People have been fired from jobs. We actually have an Olympic athlete who is now going to possibly be stripped of all of his medals because he was there. We have police officers who are being terminated because they opened the doors to let people in. And there are now people who are ending up on the no-fly list, thank you to the Flight Attendants Board of America, who's like, we don't want these people on our flights. And people are getting dragged off of, not dragged, well, some people being dragged out of airports and off of planes because they participated in this. People are even, one of the congressmen, I forgot his name, one of the main people, he actually lost a book deal with Simon & Schuster. So it's a big deal. The FBI and the CIA are not playing around with these people at all.
And they should not play around with these people at all. Listen, let's talk about, in continuation, with that, we have this Million Militia March, which is a whole nother situation that the FBI is very much so taken seriously. And, we just cannot, we have to be on alert for these things now, right? Because we know, maybe they'll tone down a little bit just because, of all the backlash they did receive. So it might not be that serious, but Kia, how involved and serious do you think this Million Militia March is going to be?
It's very serious. I mean, I don't know how big it is. They are saying there's going to be some kind of event in every single capital across the United States. We'll see if that actually happens, but it's a big deal. And there are apps like Parler that are actually helping people organize these events, and they are calling for violence. They are calling for now the death of Mitch McConnell. It is not some small thing these people are doing. It's scary and ridiculous, especially living in America in 2021 that this is happening. It's white people turning on white people, y'all. It's scary. It's dangerous.
Listen.
It's white on white crime.
White on white crime. My. Now let's talk about Kenya, the impeachment part, okay? Now, some people are saying like, we are like T-minus, we got like 10 days, not even, we got a week before inauguration.
Right.
Why are we wasting resources on impeachment?
Well, it depends on how you look at it. It's on one hand, maybe, okay, wasting resources, but really and truly what it's doing is a few things. It's making, first and foremost, it's making Trump accountable for what happened, what took place at the Capitol, right? And it's also, part of making it so that folks know that this is a serious situation. A lot of people are brushing this off. Oh, they were just excited. Oh, they just, got all caught up in the, the rush of, protesting. BS. We're finding out that this might have actually had some tentacles that reach all the way back into Congress, that some congresspersons may be involved and help with, organizing, maybe not so much planning, but, getting folks to the Capitol, things of that nature. There's a lot of things that are coming out. And unfortunately, we can't wait to see if, Trump is going to act right, do the right thing. He's just not. Pence either. He's not bringing the 25th Amendment up for a vote. So these are the things that have to take place. Pelosi has her votes. So the House is almost certain to impeach him again. The question is about
two impeachments means that he cannot run for any government office ever again. And that's really what their main goal is, to make sure that they never have to deal with him ever again.
Well, actually, this time around, it would probably stick. Remember, the Senate didn't vote to impeach him last time. But this time around, it might likely happen. Remember, they only need a 2/3 majority in the Senate to get him out, to actually impeach him. And that means that at least 17 Republicans have to come forward and vote with the Democrats to get him out. So that could actually happen this time around. McConnell may actually be, possibly bringing about the Senate to have the trial and do the vote and all of that. We'll see what happens, though.
Kia is like, Now, Dr. Jen, let's talk about, okay, we already know that Betsy DeVos threw in the towel, like, I can't take it anymore, right? Now, I know this happened a bit ago, last week or whatever, but really?
Right. So, look, bye-bye, Betsy. Nobody seems to be upset at the fact that Betsy is out. Throughout the whole time that she was in charge of education, there's been multiple people, higher ups, that said that she wasn't right for the job, that she should not have been there, that she should have been gone a long time ago. So, her timing is impeccable, that she decided to jump, right before, everything catches fire. But she needed to be gone. She just didn't do a very good job with student loan management. Being in that industry, I can tell you that there was a lot of things that happened that should not have happened. And I'm hoping that there's some investigations into how so many students are still liable for student loans that went to these for-profit schools, for example, that she was supposed to get money for, these Everest schools that got shut down, these different schools. Students are still getting garnished, their wages garnished, and, losing, they have bad credit and all of this because of this. So she never did a good job. Biden has a replacement, Miguel Cardona. Now, we don't know exactly what he's going to do for higher education per se, other than the fact that he was a professor in higher ed, but we are hoping that he's going to be more proactive to management of student loan debt. So we'll see what happens.
Well, I for one would be appreciative of the student loan debt elimination. Okay. Right?
Right.
Listen, all of this that's happening with the government and Capitol and all this good garbage with all the people that are in office. However, on top of that, we still have COVID that's happening, and stress and all the things that come along with it. I personally can tell you, throughout this whole COVID situation, it's just been an adjustment for everybody. It really has. It's affected my work performance. It really has affected our work performance, because especially if you have kids at school and, having to adjust as a parent and adjust as, it's just a lot to take in, and it's real. And one way that we saw that was, and Kenya, I know you can speak to this as a journalist, Sarah Seidner on CNN. She's a very emotional reporter anyway. I've seen her kind of emotional before, but she broke down live on camera talking about COVID and this family that had to bury their mom in the parking lot. It's hard to report on that stuff every day.
It is. It takes a toll on you day in and day out. A lot of folk tend to think that media are just heartless robots, and we just, regurgitate information that we're given, from different government agencies or what have you. But the truth is that we are humans, we are people, and we try our best to, do our jobs. And, just like anyone else, we are affected by the work that we do eventually at some point. And to have a breakdown on TV, oh my goodness. Sarah's obviously been struggling for a while. Reporters do their absolute best to kind of, keep things together on camera. But unfortunately, this is what happens. And, and sometimes you just end up getting caught up in all of the emotion of the story. And when you're doing reports on COVID day in and day out, I just can't even imagine what, all that she's been through over this period of time. We're coming up on a year almost now. So, yeah.
When we believe that we've been in a lockdown or in COVID for a whole year almost. Dr. Jan, this is probably, a third member tested positive from this and blames the attacks, right, on the lockdown at the Capitol. And right, he has a right to, I believe it. Nobody was being monitored. People weren't wearing masks. It was just craziness, right?
Yeah. It makes no sense that they would go into these government facilities and be okay with getting their these other constituents sick. It's just crazy. My son's girlfriend has COVID. They live together. He actually came back and tested negative, which is really shocking because they have a 1-bedroom apartment. But it's definitely it hits home for everybody. And the economic fallout, like my son's not, he works for the government. He's not allowed to go back to work, even though he tested negative, until the 29th. He won't get paid for the next 2 or 3 weeks. So now he's out looking for, little jobs that he can do in the interim. So this is a big effect on everybody financially as well. It's really tough.
And I'm pregnant right now, as we announced at the beginning of the show. So going to the doctor's office is a whole different experience. I mean, my husband works in retail. And when they found out my husband worked in retail, they basically looked at me like, we usually let husbands come in, 2 appointments, but with your husband, because he's so active with retail, we just don't feel comfortable. I don't even know if my husband will be able to be in the delivery room with me if he doesn't get a COVID vaccine. I will probably have to have my mom or mother-in-law. So yeah, it's crazy.
That's really different.
Yeah.
They can't just, if they test, then he's,
If he's able to get a test, he's fine. If he's able to get a vaccine, he's fine. But if for some reason he's not allowed to get the test for 2 weeks, and then he will have to quarantine for 2 weeks, meaning not go to work, meaning again, missing out on a paycheck. So it's a double-edged sword almost.
It is, and it's just a sacrifice all the way around. It's the sacrifice all the way around because obviously he wants to be there for the birth of the children and for you. So it definitely will be a sacrifice and choice you guys have to make. So that's tough. That really is. Now, listen, we're going to shift this thing, okay? We know Sister Girl, Miss Stacey Abrams, is able to flip that. Well, she flipped that red state blue in Georgia one time for Stacey. We're going to give her props while we can because she did that.
Yes.
Okay, there was a meme floating around like, then was a person. It's Stacey Abrams like, I got you. Hold on one second. She's the epitome of not throwing in the towel, although she was defeated in the governor's race. She came back and really made some things happen for Georgia. But one thing I learned about her, which I'm like, oh, okay, Stacey is an author and a very accomplished author. And she released 2 novels, fiction novels, under a pseudonym. I think it's Selena Montgomery, where she was writing. And then she has one book that she did under her name, and then now she's coming back with a new legal thriller under Stacey Abrams, and I'm so excited that she's able to do this and what she truly loves. Obviously politics is her thing, but she also has a great love for for the literary arts. So Kenny, are you excited? I think I'm going to read this actually.
Yeah, I am excited. Stacey Abrams, I think she's a really good example of someone who just has so many layers. Like, you think you might know who she is, but I never in a million years thought she would have been, an author of, novels and things like that. Never would have thought about it. I always thought, she was just this like straight-laced politician type. And come to find out, she's got all these different interests. And it's just really refreshing to see that she's got, some different sides to her. So yeah, I'm excited to see this book come out. And I think I'm going to pick it up too.
Well, good. I am so excited. Ladies, thank you so much, as always, for jumping on as my Mocha Marvel sisters, for piping hot. I couldn't and wouldn't want to do it without you. And I truly appreciate it. One time, look, shout out to my sorors of Delta Sigma.
Yes, I was going to say, happy anniversary. Happy Founders Day.
To my lovely sorors, as I said before as well. I appreciate all of you for continuously being here with me every Friday, and we'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, stay tuned. We'll be right back with more Mocha in the Morning. All right, and today we have beauty and fashion stylist Miss Liz Everett coming with the best in this week's fashion.
Hello, Mocha Marvels. It's Liz Everett here, your style and beauty guru, award-winning image strategist, aka your style and beauty bestie. Make sure you guys are following me on Instagram at I am Liz Everett. I can't wait to connect. Now, you guys know that I love to help you rock life like a runway. And you also know that here at the Mocha in the Morning Show, we love to serve you that piping hot tea. And today I've got some beauty tea for you. All right, guys. So we are spending a lot of time on camera right now, right? Studies are telling us that 300 million Zoom meetings a month are happening. So I wanted to give you guys a little bit of secret discovery into the two palettes that I use the most. You can already see that I have swatched them on the back of my hands, and I cannot wait to tell you more about them. So the first one I actually received for a Christmas gift, and it was really awesome. It is Morphe's 35XO Natural Flirt Palette. It's $25 at Ulta. I swatched some of the colors on the back of my hand right here. They are so fabulous. And one thing that I love about this palette, which I also use to do my look today, it has such a great range of naturals into your deeper purples and pinks, right? Which I love to kind of outline my eye with this deep purple, meet the rents, and then go back in with my deeper brown over here and then use my eyeliner. So I like to create depth on camera to make my eyes look bigger. All right, now the other one I have swatched over here, you guys, Rihanna's Moroccan Spice Palette. Now this one currently is not available in stores, but it is available on Amazon. I found a couple that were unopened, still in the package for $54.55. Honestly, great price. You guys know that beautiful blues look fabulous underneath the eye, really brings the light, makes it like pop so that you can kind of have some fun. And listen, that's what it's all about when it comes to beauty and being on camera. We need to start having a little bit more fun, enjoying our life a little bit more. And hey, that's the beauty tea for today. Hey, you guys, also, I am hosting a fabulous How to Be Fabulous on Live class via Zoom as well on February 4th at 6 p.m. You can go over to Eventbrite right now, and it is free to you because you are a fabulous Mocha Marvel, and I love connecting with you guys. So go on over to Eventbrite right now. You can also find the event on Facebook as well. How to look fabulous online, or how to look fabulous on live. I cannot wait to connect. All right, guys, make sure you're following me at I am Liz Everett on Instagram, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Mwah! Love you, Mocha Marvels.
Hey, Mocha Marvels, don't go anywhere because we have the fun Foodie Mama coming up next with a look back at Black business in 2020. Good morning, Mocha Marvels. With me today, we have the fun Foodie Mama. And what I just had to share with everyone. Of course, if you're not following her now, you need to. And welcome back to the show, girl.
Hello, Mocha Marvels. How are you? I've missed you guys.
I know it's been such a, this whole year has been so, 2020. I mean, we can just go on and on and on and on. Right? But we see you, and we see everything that you're doing. And we thought what you did was so adorable, so sincere, and like the real tea. Let's talk about not only you just being the fun Foodie Mama. I really want you to share, what your experience has been, and sharing with us, the people that follow you and are watching you, share with us your experience in supporting Black-owned businesses for the entire year and letting us see that and getting all that information to us.
Yeah, so thank you for having me on. I really appreciate you guys. I love coming on this platform and sharing about my brand. So as the Fun Foodie Mama, I share about family fun activities, places to eat, restaurant reviews, and being, a Black person, I definitely want to shout out my Black-owned businesses because, I want to support. I know that it takes, just a little effort to shout somebody out, support them with monetary or just verbally, giving feedback to let people know that, hey, this new Black-owned business opened up, you should go support. So I wanted to showcase what it looks like to support Black-owned businesses in action. I just went through my content and I found so many businesses that I wanted to share with people. So I felt a video would be better because people like watching videos and it tells the story better. So I wanted to put together just some Tampa Bay businesses. I went to St. Pete, I went to Sarasota, I was in Tampa, Temple Terrace, Seminole Heights. I was everywhere.
Girl, you did like the whole like Tri-County tour. And what I thought was really fabulous about it is how inclusive you are with your family. And you were able to do this in this COVID state, that we're living in. You're able to keep your family safe, find a way to support these businesses and really showcase what they have to offer, not food, but products, venues. You hosted an event. And so how are you finding these businesses? Like, what's the tea? Do you have like a resource book where you just click on and be like, Kiva says, go here? What's the tea?
Listen, I got to put that together because I was thinking that because I want you guys to come to one place and find all the places that I supported. But usually I just, it's like an everyday thing. So, hey, if I want to go to a hair salon and get some new hair products, I will look up, where's a Black-owned business. So it takes a little bit of effort. I could go down, directly down the street and go to the neighborhood one. But if I want to drive extra 15 minutes to support, a lady that I know from a local church that I know she recently opened a business, I'll make the extra effort. And plus I can show to my kids like, hey, this is what it looks like to support people that look like you, keep circulating the Black dollar. We did Kwanzaa as a family for the first time this year. And one of the principles is Ujamaa, and it means to believe in your community, help build it up, start local businesses. And I want to show them that, hey, maybe we can go out to eat one day, go to the local museum, go to the local bookstore. You could do that by supporting people that look like you.
That's awesome. We'll keep doing what you're doing. We can't wait to see more in 2021.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys.
And we'll be right back after this. Thank you for watching Mocha in the Morning, where we're adding a little flavor to your morning blend.
All right, this week's Mocha Minute features some of the best in TV, film, and music. And have you checked out Jasmine Sullivan's Hotel?
Holiday Inn.
Yes.
The Mocha Minute brought to you by Black in Florida, keeping you connected to everything Black in Florida.
Your Mocha Minute is brought to you by Black in Florida, your online connection to everything that's Black in Florida.
Take a look at this week's Mocha Moment with our very own Kia Shakur and the twins.
She's like belly bumping.
Yes. right. It's been another wonderful, wonderful show this Friday. Once again, I'm your host, Miss Keisha Boyd, and my co-host officially Jorge, and both the Marvel sisters. It's been a wonderful, fun-filled show. You know, I enjoy every moment of being with all of you. I just love it. I really do.
A lot of flavor. It's a lot of flavor.
It is.
On the show.
Yes, it is. Listen, please tell your family, tell your friends, share, to host a watch party, whatever you need to do. Spread the Mocha love. You want to add more Mocha Marvels, right, Jorge?
Yes, spread it like butter.
Yes.
A nice hot roll.
Yes. All right. We'll see you all next week. Have a wonderful weekend.
Get into these hotels. I want to see what these
Get into the hotels, baby.
What?
Yes, Jasmine did not come to play.
Some hoes got lots to tell.
Lots. Okay.
Checking in, especially people checking out.
You know what, bye.